All right. We're going live. Great. I'm live. Okay. Um, Good afternoon. Is it afternoon? Yes. I would like to speak directly to former President Barack Obama. Now, I don't know. You may be busy. You might not know who the heck I am. But in case you're watching, there's some things I would like to discuss with you. Um, I didn't watch the whole video of talking out your butt at the University of Illinois. Let me start again because I want to continue to show respect for the office of the President of the United States, no matter who the occupant is of the Oval Office. But you're not president anymore. Okay, let me just be honest. Okay, we're just two guys here. Um, so I kind of heard some of the clips. I didn't want to watch the whole thing because you tend to put people to sleep, as President Trump correctly stated. I don't know why people thought of you as some kind of energetic guy and very charismatic. I don't know. Maybe you're what Joe Biden said. A clean, neat African American guy. I don't know why that had to be thrown out there. Maybe he thinks most African Americans are not clean or neat. I don't know. I don't know how he became your vice president. But anyway, that gave me a chuckle when I heard that. So so I heard some of the things you were saying. When you were president, God, I don't even want to think about that. But when you were president of the United States, you used a lot of I statements. Everything was about you. Everything was about me, Barack Hussein Obama, me, I. And of course, anything bad that happened during your presidency, I would argue because of your presidency, it was not me. Nope, that's not my fault. Nope, it's those Republicans. It's something else. It's global warming, whatever other. It couldn't possibly be because of you. So you want to try to take credit for the great economy that we have. I just want to say one thing. You can't argue against facts. So yes, in the last year of your presidency, the economy started to go up a little bit in spite of your policies. I think that is probably because the American people were starting to prepare for a post-Obama presidency. Throughout your presidency, first of all, you started off your presidency by kind of saying American exceptionalism really doesn't exist, or you might have said something along the lines of, yes, Saudi Arabia believes in Saudi Arabian exceptionalism. So basically, and Russia thinks of Russian exceptionalism. So basically saying there is no such thing as American exceptionalism is what you're basically saying when you try to make these comparisons or whatever. Mr. Eloquent Speaker, Mr. I went to an Ivy League school, Mr. Eloquent Speaker. I don't know. I never saw you as a eloquent speaker. I don't know where that came from, but maybe it came from somewhere along the lines of finally a neat, clean. Anyway, I won't go there. So so the American people were starting to see that there might be some hope, because throughout your presidency, throughout your time as president, you were telling the American people things like, we are just basically a 2% GDP country. And that's the new norm. Again, so that you can say, none of this is my fault. America was starting to go in decline. America continues to be in decline. And so what? So it's not my fault. So this is the new norm. So so if that was the new norm, and certain jobs would never come back, you said there are some jobs we just have to get used to the fact that they're never coming back. So new norm, a growth rate of 2%. That's the new norm. There's no such thing as American exceptionalism. That's the new norm. Doing this apology tour, which the United States of America has absolutely no need whatsoever to apologize to any nation, because if it wasn't for America, particularly in, I'll just say, World War II, we'd all be speaking German right now. So you started off your presidency, well, you know, you're a globalist. So now that when Trump became president, you know, and there was optimism because there wasn't a guy named Obama in office, Trump was saying we have to rethink because this whole new norm thing, because there's nothing normal about having a 2% GDP, and Americans started to believe we could do better. Americans started to believe we could do better. There was a new sense of optimism, and and then Donald Trump said, America's not going to be taken advantage of anymore. We can't be the stupid nation anymore. And we're not going to be taken advantage of. So Donald Trump, now I don't want to say the president of the United States, no matter which party they came from, is responsible for a good economy. It's the hard-working American people. But certainly, certain policies can create the environment to encourage growth. So that's what President Trump did. President Trump started to roll back your failing policies. And I would argue if Obamacare would have been completely eliminated, if that traitor, John McCain, and just because he died, doesn't mean we can't be honest. Yes, and you can't say because of certain things he did while he was a soldier, you can't say that from now was very brave. So from now on, everything he does and everything he says has to be based on sacrifices and things he did as a soldier. That's like saying I'm a good, I don't know, make something up. I'm a good musician. Therefore, since I've proven myself as a good musician, anything that I do in my entire life, if I pick up a pen and become a writer, I should be respected as a good writer. John McCain was a good soldier. He did some brave things, but as a senator, he was terrible. And what he did was to Donald Trump. It was a personal attack on Donald Trump. It was very petty. It was very stupid, and people will never forget the legacy he left behind. Any good that he did as a senator was totally wiped out by that chicken-like vote that he did on the floor of the U.S. Senate. It was totally to derail President Trump because of the personal animus that he has for the president. Anyway, that aside, it's my argument that if Obamacare was totally repealed, we probably wouldn't be seeing a GDP of 5% or 6%. But we'll take eliminating the individual mandate. We'll take that. So all these great things that President Trump has been doing, I'll take that. His tweets which sometimes I think tweets are kind of very unpresidential and kind of petty. I'll take all that as long as President Trump continues to deliver on his promises to secure our nation, to secure our borders, to continue to create optimism for Americans, to help create an environment where we have a high GDP, where people are, if you're not only do you have a job in this economy, but you know what? Now, personally, I feel comfortable enough now in this great economy to say, if I don't like where I'm working currently, I'll go look somewhere else. Whereas maybe in the previous economy, if I had a job, I should be grateful for that. So, well, personally, there was a time in the last couple of years where I did interview for another job and they wanted to hire me. But that aside, that wasn't the case probably for most Americans. Having a job for most Americans, if you had a job, that was good enough. But now we're living under, I think, great times. We're starting to see things that were concealed. Wait a minute. Let me just stop here, because the title of this video is to former President Obama, or something like that. I don't remember what I wrote. So I'm talking to you. I want you to continue to talk, continue to campaign for those Democrats, because I think you're going to help invigorate the Republicans. Because I think a lot of people, on the Republican side were, kind of stifled, kind of not feeling it. But as long as you're out there, all you're going to do is re-energize the Republican Party, because the vote for Trump was really against you, and Hillary was just the embodiment of you. So anyway, I just want to say, keep up the great work for former President Obama, because you're doing a great job. Speak as often as possible. Tell the American people aren't stupid. But I would love for you to continue to take credit for all these things, these great things that have nothing to do with you, that President Trump is doing, so you can continue to make the case for us. Thank you very much.